Hello, nerds. Thank you for watching Generally Nerdy. This is your week in Nerddom for March 8th, 2019. This one's going to be very quick. Had a really big day yesterday when I would normally be filming, so we're filming day of, and we're doing it on a different setup and all the stuff. So let's just hit the intro real quick so we can jump right into the news. In television news, we have, first up is Cobra Kai. There has been a date set for the premiere of Season 2, seeing the return of both Zabka and Machio one more time. It is set for April 24th of this year, according to Deadline. Next is a little interesting news for Arrow. Comicbook.com is reporting that with the official demise on the horizon for the series at the end of episode... with the official demise for the series at the end of Season 8... there's a new rumor floating around that we'll see the Emerald Archer in the DCEU. Then we have a big one also from comicbook.com about The Walking Dead. Lauren Cohen, who you will know as Maggie in the series, was talking to the talk show Busy Tonight, and she apparently teased the return of her character. When asked if she misses Maggie, she said, quote, "I do, but I'm not done. I'm not done. We're hoping we go back. Just trying to live in the unknowing," unquote. Next up is a quickie bit from Discussing Film. We have a real quick update on the Vampire Chronicles. Discussing Film is claiming that the Anne Rice-based vampire series is going to start its production this September in Budapest. Switching gears over to movies, we're talking about the Suicide Squad reboot, and Warner Brothers is apparently very excited about James Gunn's reboot. Apparently, he cranked out 6 versions of the script in a matter of a few weeks. I believe it was like 3 weeks. So they're jumping right into casting, and the first bit of casting, apparently, that they're going to attack is Will Smith's replacement. And the rumor is that they're courting Idris Elba to play Deadshot. And then, because the headlines just don't feel right without at least a little bit of Star Wars, we're going to be talking about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. The new addition to the Disney theme parks just got release dates. It's apparently going to be very similar if you're going to Disneyland or Disney World. Disneyland's version of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge is going to be May 31st out in California, and Disney World out in Florida is going to be June 10th. Jumping back on the James Gunn train, we got another trailer for his new superhero/horror movie called Brightburn. You can check it out in the link down below. If you're unaware of this movie, it's kind of like, what if Superman were a villain? Almost like Lex Luthor, Man of Steel in the comic books, only it appears in this movie, the main character never leaves childhood. Quickie bit of random news. Apparently, Hello Kitty is getting her first American English language movie because New Line Cinemas just signed rights with Sanrio, the company who owns Hello Kitty. This is all according to The Hollywood Reporter. Then, that hashtag show has some interesting potential updates on the Mortal Kombat live action movie. There's an updated character list, which still includes Cole Turner and his daughter. Turner is a character that was made up entirely for the movie, which seems to go against what screenwriter Greg Russo has talked about on his social media as of late. But the really big piece of news revolving the Mortal Kombat live action reboot is the fact that they are potentially going to be courting Joel Edgerton in the role of Kano. If you're wondering why that name sounds familiar, but don't quite know who Joel Edgerton is, he's been in some pretty good movies recently. The Gift, Black Mass, Gringo, Bright. Okay, maybe that last one wasn't really good, but still, he did a pretty good job in that movie. And then our last bit of movie news, guys, comes about Black Widow. Reportedly, they are looking to cast Emma Watson as the second female lead in the Scarlett Johansson-led movie. The role, they are being very tight-lipped with exactly what the role will be, but they are describing it as, quote, a kick-ass female Bond type character, unquote. And then, because you guys are here with me, and you get this bit of gaming news that the rest of the world that hears my voice anyway does not get. This comes from comicbook.com. We're talking Apex Legends, and it's actually 2 updates. First, it's all leaks, but the first is, well, not all. Anyway, the first update is that data miners have found a couple of really interesting potential updates that we're going to be seeing down the road. The first of which being NPCs in the game, and the second of which being night mode, which will drastically change how that game is played. The NPCs will as well, because they're going to be a hindrance, it sounds like, to players, in that they're going to be able to use weapons and melee. Potentially, if this is a real thing, though, it's likely going to be just for training purposes, and because right now we get a feel for the game in the training mode, but if they added some NPCs, then you really, really would. And then the second bit of this Apex Legends update actually comes directly from Respawn. They're saying that they are hard at work rolling out a new reporting system so that you can report toxic players, as well as with the uptick in cheating on the game, you can report cheaters right on the spot as well. And that is it for your week in Nerddom for today, guys. I apologize that it was so rushed, but that is everything we have. What did I miss? Because there's bound to be plenty. What should we talk about in the next episode? Let me know in the comments down low. If, though, you want to go deeper into the conversation, then you can jump over to the website, generallynerdy.net. That's the place to go get all the freebies, find all the stuff. Again, generallynerdy.net. There is a Patreon, just like everybody else does. Patreon.com/generallynerdy. That is the place. There is extra content up on the Patreon. There are 5 tiers you can join for just $1 a month. Check it out, patreon.com/generallynerdy. If you're new to the channel, though, click the subscribe button. If you like these episodes, click the like button. There's a dislike button if you're so inclined. But before we do whatever, guys, always remember that if it's generally nerdy, it's probably here.